Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. If you are new here, hello, welcome. My name is Lanice. I am a nurse and I do these cool little nursing videos. If you are not new here, hello, welcome back to another one of my videos. You already know what I'm going to say. Thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos because you could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, baby. All right, so here we go.
Tell me what you say now. Tell me what you said. You said that you would come again. You said that we would remain friends, but you know that I do not depend on nothing or no one. So why would you show up?
So I know that I said I normally do these nursing videos, but today I kind of want to branch out into another topic. For me, I love mental health. I love self-development. So right now I'm in a period in my life where I'm learning to really love myself, celebrate myself, and just embrace who I really am. So today I just wanted to give you guys some ways in which I am learning to love my own self, ways I'm learning to be kinder to myself. So we'll go ahead and get straight into it. All right. So today I actually went to a networking event, and at this networking event, I was going up to different people, asking them what brings them here, what type of content creation do they do, things of that nature. And what I realized is that a lot of us women, we tend to kind of downplay what we do, who we are. We don't want to brag about ourselves. And in the midst of listening to different women, describe to me or tell me what they were there to accomplish or what type of content creation that they do, I noticed that a lot of us, we start off our sentences, or we start off describing ourselves as I just do this, or I just do that, using just as a way to kind of make it smaller, using just as a means of almost belittling ourselves in a way. And it's like, it's not that you just do it. What you do is a lot. What you're doing is enough. And so just picking up on this and hearing multiple women, even myself, kind of just making it seem like what we do is not that big. I'm like, we honestly have to learn how to be better to ourselves. We have to learn how to be kinder to ourselves. So I kind of just came up with a few different ways that I'm learning through self-development, watching different psychology videos, reading different self-development books, just different ways in which you can become more confident, in ways that you can not downplay yourself. First thing that I would say that I am working on right now to kind of just big up myself and kind of keep the good energy that I have is I'm working on comparing. The day of social media is very hard not to compare yourself, whether it's your looks, your gym regimen, whether it's how well you cook, whatever it is that you love about yourself. It's so easy to go and find other people who are also good at those same things and comparing yourself to those people. But we all know that comparison is the thief of joy. And God has placed something special in every single one of us. And nobody can do things the way you do them, baby. Nobody can do things the way I do them, baby. No one thinks exactly how you think. There might be some people who think similar, or there might be some people who have the same personality types. But no one is you. And so you cannot go around comparing yourself to other people. So I am working on comparing myself. And in ways I'm doing that, like this weekend, I had to get off social media. I just had to get off of social media this weekend. Not saying it's a permanent thing, not even saying it's a long-term thing. But in the moment that I catch myself comparing myself to other people, now I know that getting off social media is putting a Band-Aid on it. But in the moment, until I learn to really big up myself and until I really learn that it's not that I've really learned it, but until I break the habit of comparison, I just realized that social media is not the best place for me right now. Something else that I'm trying to work on is speaking kindly to myself. I remember one time I was talking to my mom. I was living with my parents when I was in my late 20s, and I was talking to my mom, and she said, Lanice, she said, one reason I don't really like talking to you is because you put down yourself a lot. And I don't want to continuously hear you put yourself down. And I realize that I do put myself down a lot. For one, because I'm looking for that validation in other people. I'm hoping that if I say something negative about myself, then they'll kind of give me something positive. But that's no one else's job. It's your job to validate yourself. So I'm working on speaking more kindly to myself, working on thought stopping. Anytime I start to say something negative to myself, if it's not something that I would want someone else to say to me, or if it's not something that I would say to someone else, I'm working on not saying it to myself. Another thing that I am trying to do to just improve myself is just being the person that I want to be around. There was a time where I'm still naturally just a people like watcher. When I go out in public, if I go to the club, don't try to determine whether or not I'm having a good time based off of my facial expressions or based off of like my level of energy. Because when I'm out in public, like I'm literally just people watching, and that's what I enjoy doing. So, but there was a time where I feel like I was bringing people's down, like my own negative attitude or my own negative energy was bringing other people down. And it's like, I want to be the type of person that whenever people leave me, they'll be like, yo, I had a good time with Lanice. Yo, I learned a lot from Lanice. I had a good conversation with Lanice. I want people to want to be around me. But in order to be that person, I guess I have to be that person for myself. Like I want to be the type of person that I want to be around. So what type of qualities is it that other people have that makes me want to enjoy being around them? So I like a good laugh. I love laughing. That's probably my favorite thing to do ever. So anything I can do to give people a good laugh that doesn't cost me any embarrassment. I'm sorry, y'all. This is just, I don't know what to do about it. But anything that I can do to like just make people laugh, smile, that doesn't cause me any embarrassment or cause me, make me look bad, I'm willing to do it. Like I love to laugh. I like to compliment people. I like when I get compliments. People love compliments, y'all. I just like being the good energy. So that's something that I am also trying to work on, like being the type of person that I want to be around. What qualities are in the people that make me want to continue to be around these people? So yeah. So something else, y'all. Something else. This one is actually pretty hard for me, but something else I'm trying to work on is listening more. At one point in time, I always hogged the conversations. Like when people used to call me self-centered, I'd be like, no, there's no way. But then I started picking up on, I don't know much about this person. I don't know much about that person. This person doesn't call me with their problems. It's always me calling them with my problems. And it's like, well, that's because you hog the conversation. You only call to emotionally dump on people, or you only call when you need something. And it's like you never listen to other people. How can someone come to you and feel comfortable talking to you if they don't even feel like you care about what's going on in their life? So I told myself I'm going to start listening more and asking more questions, like getting the focus off of myself. Because also when you're in a moment where you're helping someone else out or you're listening to someone else, it kind of takes you out of your own problems. Honestly, it kind of takes you away from what you're going through in your own mind if you take the time to listen to someone else and take the time to ask questions and get to know other people. But that's also something that people like to be around people who take interest in them. So that also reverts back to the last thing. You're also becoming the type of person that people want to be around, because people like people who listen. People like people who take interest in them. And we're not doing this for any type of validation from people. We're doing this because we want to be this type of person. We want to be the type of people that we want to attract. I'm trying to become that type of person. So one thing that I love about certain people is that regardless of who they're around, regardless of what setting they're in, regardless, they are always themselves. And so me personally, I want to work on being more of myself. At one point in time, I could say that I was a chameleon. Whatever the guy I was dating at the time was into, however he dressed, whatever hairstyle he had, that was what I wanted. I wanted that for myself, but it was because I didn't know who myself was. Okay. I didn't know who I was. So the more I get to know myself, the more I get to love myself, the more I just want to be myself, whether it's how I wear my hair, whether it's how I dress, whether it's the car that I drive, the way that I decorate my home, the way that I laugh, anything about me is going to be me, and it's not going to be me trying to be someone else. Like, I love people who are themselves at all costs, at all times. And that is who I want to be also. All right. So I wouldn't say that this last thing on the list is the most important, but it is very important. And it is surrounding yourself with people who accept you for yourself. Because if you are sitting here and you're trying to change yourself and become a better person, and you're around people who don't want to be around you, people who are constantly rejecting you, that's going to tear down your self-esteem, and it's basically counterproductive for what you're trying to do. If you're around people who don't think highly of you, who are constantly putting you down, or just aren't even trying, they don't even have to be putting you down. If they're not in the same frame of mind or trying to go the same places that you're trying to go, and you're constantly hanging around them, it's counterproductive for what you're trying to do for yourself. It's only holding you back from getting where you want to go. When you think something positive about yourself and someone says something negative about you, until you are able to stand strong enough in who you are, that's going to tear you down. And it's almost going to wipe away all of the things that you like about yourself. So in this moment of growth, and I wouldn't even say just in this moment of growth, just in general, like, do not, I'm not, if you don't want to be around me, you don't have to be. If you don't like me, you don't have to come around me, but I'm not going to allow you to bring me down or to reject me or to tear down my self-esteem just because that's how you feel about yourself. Because let's be honest, normally when people are tearing you down or they have negative things to say about you, they talk to themselves the same way. I've never been around someone who always was very critical of me or who had negative things to say about me, who had positive things to say about themselves. They literally were just as critical of themselves and tore themselves down. And the same thing with me. Like, I am the same way. When I'm in those moments of my life where I'm being very critical with myself and I'm not really loving myself, it shows in my relationships with my friends because I'm treating them the same way. You can only treat people as good as you treat yourself. So, it is what it is. But I hope that you guys got something from this video. I know it's not very long. I'm trying to get more into these types of videos, lifestyle, psychology, things of that nature. And so if I did say a lot or I didn't make as much sense as I do in my nursing videos, just bear with me. I'm gonna get better at it, okay? But this is the type of content that I really enjoy listening to, and so it's also the type of content that I enjoy talking about too. So I'm going to incorporate it on my page a little bit more. But anyways, I still haven't figured out this whole temperature to my camera and it overheating. So it's in the midst of overheating with these new settings. If you've been tuning in the last couple of weeks since I've changed this background and gotten this new equipment, my camera has been it just overheats a lot. So anybody have any type of tips or anything for that, please let me know. But anyways, again, if you haven't already liked this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification, the bell button so you can get notifications. If you haven't done any of that or shared this content with someone that you think would be beneficial for, please do that. Thank you for making it to the end of this video, and I greatly appreciate it. My name is Lanice, and I'm out. Peace.